Sleep is one of the most important factors when it comes down to your health, your fitness, your work performance, your concentration, and your ability to get shit done, all right? And what I've done over the past month is literally try and overhaul my sleep regimen to a point where I can wake up refreshed after 7 or 8 hours of sleep and go about my day in the highest performing way possible. All right, and what I'm going to walk you through on this video is the 3 most important things that I found on that journey in order to make that happen. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through that process. Before I get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notifications to get notified when we do more videos. Let's get into sleep. So this all started a few months ago when my sleep was absolutely terrible. So the period in like January and February, I was sleeping maybe 4 or 5 hours a night. I was going to bed at a normal time and waking up at a normal time, but I was waking up during the night. I wasn't able to get back to sleep. I'd always wake up around 5 a.m. like every single day. I could go to bed at 10, I could go to bed at midnight, I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and I wouldn't be able to sleep. And it was starting to make me tired. It was starting to make me irritable. I had no motivation to go to the gym. I actually started losing weight because I just had no energy to really kind of train and keep my muscle mass. I wasn't really even bothered about eating, all right? And it was having a serious impact on my concentration and my ability to perform at work. So just to give you some context, I run a multiple 7-figure business on usually around 6 hours a day. Like that's the capacity where I find that I work the best, I work the most productively. Anything over that tends to be a little bit slow. It was taking me 8 to 10 hours a day to get my work done, which is bonkers. It's an extra 2 to 4 hours a day that I was wasting because of my ruined sleep. Now, when your time is worth 4-5 grand an hour, that's a lot of money that I'm wasting by taking all of that time, not to mention the time away from hobbies, the time away from my family, and I wanted to get it fixed. So what I did was I sought out a coach, okay? And I worked with a sleep coach called Gary Allman, who's brilliant. Still work with him today. We're actually launching something together very soon. And we dove into my sleep habits and things I need to do. And we did a whole load of tests. We did a blood test, we did a DNA test, we did a whole load of stuff. And I changed a lot about my nutrition and my lifestyle with that. But the things that I changed for sleep weren't actually to do with those tests. It was just to do with this, which is an Oura ring, and some lifestyle modifications. So I'll get into that first. The main thing that I did was I got an Oura ring. Now I'd had one of these before and I'd never really used it. But what this is, it's a ring that you basically wear and it tracks your heart rate, it tracks your oxygen saturation, and it basically tells you like how well you're sleeping, how well you're recovering. I did have a Whoop band before that, which I still use for exercise. The problem is with my Whoop band, I like wearing watches, so it kind of gets in the way. The second thing is like on the inside of my wrists, I'm actually like pretty heavily tattooed still there. So it doesn't read very well through tattoos. I've not gone as far as getting my fingers tattooed yet, so the Oura ring obviously doesn't have that problem. But actually getting a grasp of the data. So what we found was, obviously the fact that my sleep time was really low, but even in the sleep time that was really low, my deep sleep and my REM sleep were actually quite poor. So no matter how long I was sleeping, if I wasn't getting deep sleep and I wasn't getting REM sleep, then that's something that we needed to change. So we were able to start making some tweaks for that. Now, if I hadn't have been tracking that, probably wouldn't have known. So the first tip that I can give you and the first massive thing that I did was I actually just got hold of one of these. I think they're about just somewhere between 200 and 300 quid, I think. I think you can get a gold one, which obviously I think has cost a little bit more. This is just a silver graphite style one. Really useful. You just size it up, send off the box, and then they send you back a ring. I've lost it once. I would recommend getting a carabiner that you have on your car keys so you can slide it onto there, because that was the only time I've lost it. I took it off in the gym. It's not great for exercise because obviously if you hold barbells and stuff, it like scratches quite easily. So I have a carabiner that's on my car keys and I just put it on the carabiner so then I don't lose it. So that's a recommendation with that. The second thing I did was I bought some stuff for my bedroom. So the way our windows are set up in the bedroom, like it's a bit of a weird window where you can't really put curtains on it. So we have these like fitted blinds, but they're not really blackout. They said they were blackout, but they're not. Now it's on my list to just get new blinds, but the first thing I did was I bought a sleep mask. So the mask I got was the Ollie Silk sleep mask. The reason why I got that is A, it's silk, so it kept me cool. And B, because it like wraps around your head and fastens at the back, it wasn't like an elastic. It didn't put any pressure on my eyes and stuff. So I'd highly recommend that one. And what that did, it just made obviously everything really dark. So I wasn't waking up and there was like brightness, or there wasn't like LED lights in the room, and it just allowed me to stay asleep longer. So that's the first thing I got. The second thing I've invested in, which is kind of coming in more now, is an air conditioning unit. So we have air conditioning in the house, but just the way the air conditioning unit is set up, like we can't actually get one in the bedroom, 'cause it's on the other side of the house. So we could, but we'd have to run like a pipe all the way around the house, and we decided not to. So we bought one from Argos. You just throw something out the window. Again, the sleep mask is brilliant because I have to have this fucking hose out the window to put all of the hot air out. But an air conditioning unit and the sleep mask mean that my room is really cool and really dark, which really, really helps improve my sleep. And the final thing that I did was I manipulated my training and food schedule around my sleep. So originally when I had started doing this, I was training really late. I was playing basketball sometimes till like 10 or 11 p.m. Then I was coming home and eating, and I was going to bed straight away. And what I found was I was finding it really hard to wind down, but also because my digestive system was revved up and because my cortisol was high because I just trained, I was struggling to get to sleep. And even when I was falling asleep, I was waking up like an hour or two later. So what I did was move my training window to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And then I have my last meal at like 7 or 8 o'clock. And that gives me like 3 hours before I go to sleep where I'm not eating. And that has massively, massively improved my sleep quality. Now, this may all seem quite extreme, but if you run a business and you are quite proficient at making money, every hour of your time that you can buy back during the day, or every hour you can get twice as much work done as you would have done normally, is massive. And if sleep's something that you're not on top of, A, I would highly recommend getting an Aura band, and B, I would highly recommend working with someone on looking and analyzing that sleep process and making sure you're getting enough deep and REM sleep, because now everything's a lot better. It's not perfect. I'm still working on some things, but I wake up without an alarm. I'm able to get to work straight away. I'm able to finish my work in like 6-7 hours as normal. And it just gives me so much time back in my day to think, to work on different things. And it's something that I would highly recommend to every business owner. So that's what I've been doing for my sleep. I would highly recommend looking into it if you're somebody that is concerned about performance, okay? And hopefully that is very helpful. So I'm going to try and not be too preachy about my health and fitness on the YouTube channel, but I think it's important for people to understand it's a huge part of what makes you work as a business owner. So hopefully that helped, okay? And if you want more stuff like that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified when we do more videos.